You guys had gone through a super crazy fight with
that was awesome.
Morrows.
A clan of Morrows. Yep. And you are now approaching the great city of Cartisorum, which is there in the fucking Tarvian mainland. This is a capital city. It is also.
Oh.
If you notice that there's a river, kind of crappy with my low poly map. There's a river there that is called the Contisorum Canal, which allows boats to get farther inland to, and depending on the size of the ship, potentially even just pass right through to the south side of the continent, so they don't have to go all the way around the Horn. Which makes this place pretty nice. Nephis, you likely would have spent time here, as this is also a naval base for the Castra Navalia Contisorum. So at some point in time, this is like the place where usually you go to get your ship fixed or repaired or other things like that. It's more of a logistical center. However, there is a naval legion stationed there.
Is this not part of Eva?
Eva, much like Nicaea and a few other places, is like a.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's got its own its own province, but it is still under the Tarvian imperial rule, and the magistrate who rules Eva is seated in Contisorum. So this is the provincial capital.
Okay, is Kingdom of Astia part of Tarvia?
The entire Tarvian continent is under imperial rule, and each of those separate places are different provinces, with the exception of, just looking at the world map, Morwen to the east, that is an independent island full of elves.
Yeah.
And of course, Nicaea to the north.
I guess I could have referenced the Nicean Vagabonds map channel, because you have a cultural breakdown.
Yeah, that is out of date, and I cannot update it.
On the map, you can press shift and kind of see the outdated one, or you can't see the outdated one.
Blah.
I have a question that I'm willing to roll history for if I need to.
Sure.
Who rules Tarvia?
Who rules Tarvia? So at the moment, yeah, Tarvia is important enough that this would be general knowledge. So the Tarvian political structure is there's usually, and I say usually for a reason, there's an emperor who is advised by a senate. And the emperor is right now, though, there is no emperor, because the surviving, the heir to the imperial throne is not old enough to take the place, because the rule for him is, and it is a him, the rule for him is he must be old enough to actually take a seat of office to be able to earn his coronation.
Oh, damn, that's interesting.
So it's one of those, you have to be old enough and mature enough to take over the reins of this empire. So at the moment, the Senate is the ruling sort of group.
Wow. Sub question, and I'm sorry,
sure.
I won't ask too many of these because I know it's probably not interesting to other people. But it is interesting to me. Is the Senate made up of the petty kings that rule these lands?
So yes and no. The Senate is made up of senators who come from the different regions around Tarvia. However, they are their own sort of separate imperial. It's similar to I guess most modern political systems, where you have each province manages itself to a certain degree, and they have their own provincial senate, and then the imperial senate manages the affairs of the empire as a whole. So they do come from the different provinces, and you might have 2 or 3 senators from different provinces, but the value of their word is based on ensuring that all provinces have an equal say. So for instance, even if you're from a heavily populated area, you'll still have the same amount of power as a less populated province.
Okay.
So the voting power goes by like provincial senate groups, essentially.
That's cool. We should try to put freaking Khutula into the Senate.
First she was a Drow captain. Now she's an Imperial senator.
She would love that.
I'm going to cause problems on purpose.
Go talk loud. Yeah. Another fun tidbit that I'll give away for free is you are aware that senators are required to meet like minimum standards of merit. Even though they have to be voted in, they have to also meet minimum standards of merit. So they have to actually have like some weight in the communities that they're coming from before they are even allowed to run for election.
That's cool. That's like Yalmika. Okay, that's the end of me geeking out.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yes. So I'm going to assume that you're interested in just going right to dock and get all your business dealt with.
How long are we staying in this capital city? Ooh. Vin's getting distracted.
I don't know. Nephis intends to stay here just like a day. If that's what you're asking.
Sorry, I'm just double checking something really quick.
Maybe we could buy a better boat, though. This boat sucks.
If that was possible, fucking Nephis would have done that a million years ago. This is the first boat. Fuck you. Get your wife to buy you something, you bitch ass bitch.
I will state as a general fact that because of the size and general like maritime importance of this city, there are dry docks and there are ships that you can.
Oh.
This is a place where you would go normally to buy a boat. If you were to go somewhere to buy a boat, like this is one of those places.
Yeah. See? Vin looks around for potential
boat.
No, I don't give a shit about the boat.
Shut up, bitch.
It's your boat. Vin looks around for places that he could perform in front of large audiences and bard colleges.
Large audiences and bard colleges.
He's looking for bard separately. Not like the same thing. Okay. Oh, right. Didn't all of our friends leave as well? Weren't they like, oh...
No. Nephis offered them passage to Rojoran because that's where they're from in exchange for work.
Oh, right, yeah.
So they could work their way back home, and they accepted that so they're part of the ship, part of the crew. Okay. Yeah, they're temp crew.
That one guy's on my shit list, though.
Which one?
Luca? The guy who stopped the ship.
Oh.
It was Luca.
He thought he was helping. He's sorry.
He waggled the ship.
He stopped the ship when we were under attack. I was gonna lose my mind.
I mean...
Everyone jumped into the water. Khutula did first, on purpose.
On purpose.
I thought you were the first one in the water on purpose. Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Did you?
I just thought we had to put the situation on ice for a bit.
Oh. Okay, so Vinshenzo wants to look for places to perform.
I ruined all my good tobacco trying to save you from the water.
Damn, it sucks.
Carlos, Nephis, anybody else? You guys got stuff you want to do when you arrive in
Sell
port?
my
Nephis,
4
all
tons.
Yeah.
Of fish. And that's
Okay.
it.
How long have we been at sea since the last part?
I will tell you. You've been at sea for
Port.
I think like 2 weeks or something like that.
Okay.
Couple of weeks. It's been
been a
6
while.
for
Wasn't it like
reference.
6,
It's been
7
6
days?
days. It's been 6 days since the Marrow attack.
Carlos would ask Nephis if there's anything that he would want him to grab while they're in port.
Would I know if maybe more barrels? I'm guessing when I sell these goods, they're going to be taking the barrels, of course, right?
You can have the fish, but not the barrel.
If you
Yeah.
want your barrels back, I mean, you could always like make that part of the bargain, but it'd be kind of weird.
Yeah,
Nephis
it'd be
just
weird.
Dumps a bunch of fish.
You want it here? Fuck you.
Okay, so
I would suggest picking up more like supplies for cargo. Maybe see if there's something that needs to be
transported.
transported along our route towards the
Alright.
west, northwest. While I go sell it.
Carlos should do that.
Do
But nothing
that with
illegal.
Nephis.
The thing that he asked him to do.
Ah, okay.
Find work.
Find like yeah, to find like more storage crates and barrels and see if there's anything that needs to be transported westward.
Carlos. Find cargo job.
Oh shit. I just realized I left that spell shard with my fucking wife.
What spell shard?
The spell shard with all the letters I wrote to her. Or did
You
I
didn't
take
wanna
it
leave-
back? I left the
I d-
bundle of letters there with her too. Did I take it
I
back?
remember you said that you had given her a bunch of letters. I don't remember you saying that you had left her the spell shard.
Okay, so I still have the spell shard.
I'll allow you to
Okay.
do that. Then Nephis, Carlos, Isaac, what are you up to in this port city? Or is there anything you would like to know about this port city? Or is there anything at all that you might be interested in doing? It is a big place, so it's not like a little backwater. Isaac, if you're talking, you're not transmitting.
No, I was just thinking.
Okay.
There's not really anything I want to purchase or anything specific I want to do, so I think I'm just gonna hang out at the ship.
Stand by. Shit. Khutula?
I want some fucking food.
Wants fucking...
She wants to get off the ship and stretch her legs. So she's gonna wander around
Okay.
town.
So you pull up to the docks, and you get you find an available berth, sort of in the smaller piers where fishing ships and other sloop-sized ships are docking at. And when you arrive, the portmaster and his aides come down. Not escorted by, but including what appears to be captain of the Tarvian Navy, which Nephis, you're able to pick out the uniform immediately, and I leave it to you to say whether or not you identify the Navy guy.
Yes. But
All
I
right.
don't say anything.
You are aware by his ranking just before he gets there that he is a member of the officer class, but he is not exactly an important person.
Not somebody I know personally.
Yeah, but you would recognize the rank as being somebody who's probably been stuck doing like an administrative duty, or he's a background officer kind of person.
A captain?
Yeah.
Oh.
Except not like a naval ship commanding captain, more like an administrative officer. Anyways, so they come walking up. It's the portmaster, two of his aides, and then this captain guy, and they wait at the gangplank as you guys are finished tying off your ropes and everything, and your Rojoran crewmates are helping get everything settled.
Sorry, are you like directly talking to me?
I'm just saying the words. These guys are waiting at the dock for someone to come off the ship and present themselves, or...
Oh, right, yeah, the freaking...
Yeah. They're like waiting there.
Yeah, Nephis would be like on the dock, like trying to unload the supplies. I guess if you would see them like waiting to... Oh no,
they meet you like as the ship is, as you're like tying the ropes off and just getting like they're on time.
I confront them.
Okay.
Peacefully.
Of course.
Peaceful confrontation.
Okay, so the portmaster identifies himself to you as he just tells you that he is the portmaster, and he lets you know that the docking fees here are 2 gold pieces per day in port. And then he also tells you that you have showed up at an unfortunate time, as all ships have, as of this morning, been confined to port for the next 3 days.
Oh.
So that means that we're confined here too?
Yes. And he tells you that all ships are confined to port by order of the Legio Nevilia.
Why? What's the meaning of this?
The captain he takes over. He sort of steps forwards and tells you. He tells you that the Legio Nevalia here at Contesorum is setting sail, and while they're casting off to sea, no civilian ships are able or are allowed to make sail for security.
Security from what? We encountered some marrows, but no other, I guess, hostile vessels. You just worried about a few fish? And he giggles.
The officer but he allows an expression of mild annoyance cross his face, and he tells you, haven't you heard, son? Tarvia is at war now. The fleet is setting sail, and we must make sure it is secure from saboteurs. That is standard practice on a war footing.
Yeah.
Once the fleet has made it safely out of harbor, you shall be allowed to carry on your way, but just for while we're setting sail, and while we're transferring out of the harbor, you must stay in place.
Am I here? I'm sorry, I just got back, but I hate this person.
This is right on the dock where we...
Yeah, we're just...
The ship just landed, and there's a portmaster, a naval captain, and then 2 like aides who are announcing this to Captain Nephis and whoever's nearby.
Nephis kind of like squints his eyes. So you say the docking fee is 2 gold, but now you're telling me it is 6 because we are forced to stay here at this dock because of some Tarvian fleet.
The portmaster nods and shrugs his shoulders, and he says, I don't like it either. I've been getting complaints from all of the ship captains here all morning since the order was inflicted, but imperial law is imperial law, and unfortunately that means all who enter this port must obey or pay a fine.
Oh, I'm sure you're complaining about the extra 4 gold.
Khutula chimes in from the deck. How about you stow it in your port?
Damn, dude.
We've come all the way from Nicaea dealing with vampires, dragon turtles, and marrow. These laws that you speak of, forcing us to stay in dock, we will not comply. We'll be leaving by tomorrow. And he gives them 2 gold.
Okay, you
We will not comply.
I'm a
I
sovereign
love it.
citizen.
we have come from
Rolls up
Nicaea.
window.
We will not comply.
We will not comply. Yeah.
All right. Upon your mentioning of the Isle of Nicaea, the naval captain's hand immediately fucking like shoots to the pommel of his sword, and his eyes just go completely wide. He turns to one of the aides and he barks an order, which you can't quite hear because I think you're still on the boat, right?
I would have hopped off the.
Okay, you would have hopped. Okay, then you would have heard him say like general quarters, and the aide just fucking runs.
Oh, we fucked up.
Just explain.
Can I do something?
Yeah.
I would like to do a front flip out of the crow's nest.
Okay.
Do
That
I
sounds
have to
about right.
roll acrobatics?
How
Yes.
tall is the crow's nest?
Tall.
Jesus
Do
Christ.
you have featherfall?
Yes.
Yes, we've.
I'm making you roll acrobatics for the front flip.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I plan
Yeah.
on casting Featherfall after the front flip.
Okay, I will warn you, if you roll very poorly on your front flip, you may not actually be able to cast it because you might be a little bit too
I don't
Disoriented.
think he can fail. Honestly,
You never
Hold
know.
on.
he's kind of nimble.
Hold on a second. Let's look
He
this
is kinda
shit
nimble.
up.
He's a Blake.
Featherfall. Oh, it is. It does require material components, so I have to play my loot while I do it. Okay, that's fair. If I roll poorly, I fuck up.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
That's not bad.
I wouldn't consider a 12 poorly.
Plus 10 is 22.
Yeah, I was thinking like if you rolled a 1 or a 2, not poorly as in. Yeah. Anyways,
I
that's fine.
front
That's cool.
flip out of the crow's nest and Featherfall in front of this person.
All right.
Can I say
Just
something
give-
as well?
Just no, if you're gonna say something while in the air, sure. But I'm
gonna say something as soon as I land.
okay. Hang on, let me just pull something up here. This is now relevant. Fuck.
All right, that was a level
Give
1
me
spell.
1 second. I just want to be able to pay full attention to you after I pull up what I need to see.
Okay.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Vin says, surely there's some way we can broker a deal to avoid this this simple attempt at extortion.
I would like to know how close you intend to land to the Tarvians.
In front of the guy who is like giving Nephis shit. So I guess next to Nephis, I guess.
Okay, so just for clarity and a visual
5 feet away, I
demonstration.
guess, if it's possible.
It's possible. Yeah.
Okay, I do that.
But this is what matters because of a dice roll.
Okay.
And I want you to think sincerely. There are two people that are sort of giving Nephis a hard time right now. The portmaster who's just trying to do his job, and the captain who's standing there telling him what's going on, like why it is that you guys are confined.
I land and bow and say, surely there's some way we could broker a deal to avoid this simple attempt at extortion.
Okay, but are you landing within 5 feet of these people?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like you to roll a reflex saving throw or a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I think that's one of my good ones. It is.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, dexterity. So I add my proficiency to it,
Yes.
and that's it, or do I also add dexterity?
It's
If you,
dex
sorry, no,
and
you only add proficiency. Oh yeah, you have dexterity
Yeah,
proficiency.
it,
so
it would
yeah.
be plus 10 for you, according to your sheet.
Oh hell yeah! 26.
26. Okay, so this is not going to happen with advantage. You are going to make an opposing. You were about to get grappled. Is the short of the story. Because front flipping from, and then acrobatically, like essentially just appearing right in front of the already agitated military officer, has now caused him to get spooked, and he's just gonna fucking take you down, and not in a. He's not like stabbing you or anything, but the second you just sort of like appear in front of him, he's just gonna be like, "Fuck!" and he's just gonna tackle you down. So he's
bringing
going to
me
make.
to the ground, or he's trying to like hold me.
You are being like police tackled, as in like a police officer trying to tackle someone on a funny internet video. That is what is happening to you right now.
Can I
Except it's
counter tackle?
I will.
tackle him.
I
Tackle.
accept the
I
grapple.
will give you.
accept
I will
it.
give you a chance to respond to it afterwards, Nephis. But because this is all coming as sort of like a surprise, I'm doing it just one response at a time.
Jesus Christ, people.
Yeah.
Fist fight. Fist fight.
I accept the grapple. I won't resist.
You won't resist? Okay, then I won't roll for it. So he like upon you, like you touch the down as you're speaking, and he just like at mid sentence you just get fucking taken out.
There's no
And
need for
you get
that.
put on the ground.
Unhand me.
Unhand me. Fucking love it.
Oh, were things not complicated enough for me?
Oh my fucking amazing. Yeah, so that happens, and he's kind of just yelling at this point in time. You got him so caught off guard that he's just like, ah! And like tackles you.
Jesus Christ.
What
Yeah.
happens afterwards?
You have your chance to do things.
Ooh,
I'm
me?
going to try grabbing
Nephis.
him off of Vin.
No.
Okay.
No. You're
I might
making it
get
worse
behind
for
him.
me.
Do you want me to roll something?
Yes, I would like you to roll
Still
as
listening
if
to
you're
too many
grappling him.
cooks.
Now is the best time.
And he's going to try and counter grapple.
This rocks.
I'm using acrobatics, right? I can do that? Or does that have to be strength? I
If
always
you are
forget.
initiating
you
a grapple, you
grappling?
have to do athletics, but if you are responding to the grapple, you can do athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. 16 then, using
16.
athletics.
All right, and he has.
Because I'm forced to do athletics.
All right,
Damn it.
he gets a 22. So
Oh.
you try to intervene, and he throws you off quite handily. And he proceeds to, and I'll give everybody we'll fucking roll initiative. Actually, fuck this.
Oh my
It's
god.
now
Grabbing him, I
essentially
say-
combat.
I say, get off him! And then I fly off. The captain.
He throws you into the water.
He gets a.
Mr.
12 plus 2 is
Nephis, there's no
14.
need for this. We're gentlemen. We can solve this problem with words, no doubt. Am I able to speak, or am I, like, pushed into the ground?
We'll do it on turn order now, because everybody in proximity who could have acted immediately has done that. So now we'll just go in a combat turn order.
Carlos is just watching this madness. Like,
Okay, well, anybody who wants to intervene can roll initiative just for the ease of us organizing this whole play-by-play.
Vin to roll. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, or anyone who wants to intervene who's sitting on the deck, etc., etc.
Oh, Carlos, help me.
Does Vin say this?
No. Don't make it worse for me, Mr. Nephis.
Okay, Cthulhu's voluntarily bowing out. Chill, can I get you to roll initiative as well?
I wouldn't last a day in the can.
Carlos, are you getting involved or no?
No. I'm standing next to Khutula, just like, what the fuck?
Cool.
I'll roll initiative, but I'm not actively participating in combat yet.
Oh, sorry. When I saw you write out what you were doing, I kind of thought you might be.
No, I step out on the deck and I don't know what's going on yet.
Fuck yeah! All right, you've now just walked into the middle of us. So in that case, we have
He said,
Vinshenzo,
"What the hell is all
and
this
then Captain,
commotion?"
and then Nephis. That's all.
No, that's what Isaac said.
Ah, I see. Well, it's your.
I know exactly what the commotion is. I am
What's
the
going
commotion.
on?
Is the crow's nest 30 feet away from me?
No,
Okay.
I'm going to invent a number for a crow's nest based on a Wikipedia article, and then I'm going to add like at least 10 feet for the fact that the boat is above the pier a little bit.
You know, it would be really funny though.
Dimension door. To the bottom of the sea. To Davy Jones' locker with the...
Where did they go?
Okay, alright. I guess I will pass my turn and try...
They're 60... No, I'll say they're 40 feet up, plus another 10 feet for the boat above the dock, so it's 50 feet up.
Very well. I guess I will pass my turn, and I will just say, there's no need for this roughness. Unhand me. We can discuss this like gentlemen.
So on his, seeing as it is his turn, the captain with you underneath, are you going to just submit to whatever it is he's doing?
I mean, unless he's...
Oh my.
Okay. Yes, that's what's gonna happen here. Carlos caught on to my little plan.
View of the rest of us? Oh,
This is what happens when you disobey.
I'll
How
submit
slanderous.
to being like arrested.
Yeah, so you're going to be arrested.
If it goes
effectively,
past
like
that, then I'll change my mind. But for now,
no.
yes.
He's gonna like flip you onto your stomach, and he's gonna like try and put your hands in fucking bindings.
Oh, I don't like that.
And Nephis,
Never mind.
that's on you.
I don't do that then.
He does not submit.
Okay, well you. I'm gonna say because you
Okay,
voluntarily
fine,
like
I will
allowed him to
submit,
get in
I
a
will
position of
submit,
control.
I will submit.
Yeah.
I will submit.
Okay. Cool. All right. So Nephis, this naval captain is arresting your Vinshenzo.
You're Vinshenzo.
Whatever he is
I'm
to
going
you
to
at
use
this
my
moment.
inspiration, and I'm going to grapple this man's.
Oh,
Okay.
No, Mr. Nephis. Captain Nephis, no. Damn, dude.
6,
13.
8, 13. Okay, and he's gonna
Look at what you're doing.
see if it works for
Get
him.
off of him!
Mr. Nephis,
17 plus 4 is 21.
Fucker.
In response to you saying "get off of him," the captain is gonna shout as he's like finishing, or as he's in the process of binding up Vinshenzo's arms behind his back, and he's gonna say, "This man attacked a Tarvian officer, and you will be held as spies!" And the portmaster behind him has taken like 2 big steps back, and he's like freaking the fuck out. He's entirely like didn't know what was going to happen to this.
This rocks.
Enter frightened civilian mode. .wav. Vin, you are slapped in chain. Fuck this. Okay, I thought you guys were gonna try and do something a little bit more active, so there's no need for the initiative with just the three of you.
There's no need for these binds. I could escape them at any time anyway.
You get a you just kind of get like a fucking not a punch, but just kind of get jerked into the floor a little bit, and your head sort of bounces off the wood. Silence!
I silence immediately.
Spies for who? The what is it? The Cairona family? The Triad? Tarvia themselves? We came all this way from fighting the vampires to get away, and here you are accusing us of being spies. And Nephis puts his hand on the hilt of his blade.
Oh.
Okay.
We are the Nicean vagabonds.
Oh.
Unhand that man.
So, seeing Nephis go for his hilt, Carlos would pull out his crossbow and kind of just hold it at his chest, like, not aiming it, just like having it ready.
Low ready kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Okay.
Do I see Carlos?
Not if you're on the ground, probably. Because Carlos is still on the ship.
At me. I look at him.
Even if you were pointing towards even if your head was pointed towards the ship, I don't think you'd be able to see up that high. I think you'd only be able to see like just the hull.
All right.
Anyways, so Nephis, I'm gonna get you to roll intimidation.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay.
Good luck, Mr. Captain.
Would he have
Nephis.
advantage since I pulled out my crossbow?
I'm gonna say no, and I have good reasons for it.
It's
Fuck your reasons.
A solid 8. The captain, as he sort of hoists Vinshenzo to his feet, and you see like a patrol of auxiliary troopers coming, like rushing double time down the ramp. There's at least 20 of them in double file. Sorry, not there isn't at least. There is 20 of them in double file, being followed by the aide who had ran off. They're coming up this pier now, and the captain straightens up, grabbing Vinshenzo by the collar of his shirt, and then the other hand is holding his shackles, so that sort of your back is being forced forward in an uncomfortable position, and he's going to say, "Words mean nothing. You have no proof or evidence. I don't know you. You're a stranger. You could be anyone or anything. You will submit to examination under the law."
I'll wait for my turn.
That's it. That's all he says.
Is it my turn?
Sure.
Captain, or whatever it is you are, in my suit jacket pocket, there's a scroll that proves...
As you start speaking, you're gonna get another like jerk, and your head's gonna like... You're just gonna get, bent over a little bit more. Silence!
Ah! I shut up. I don't like violence. I don't want to get hurt.
Nephis just stands plainly with his hand on his hilt.
Okay.
I hope you guys are... So Carlos would call out, like, seeing the rough treatment of Vin, Carlos would cry out from the ship. Hope you're willing to go to war with House Cairona of the Drow over all this.
Oh.
The captain's just gonna like give you the old stink eye.
Yeah, I bet.
And he starts pulling Vinshenzo, like keeping Vinshenzo in front of him, seeing as you still have your crossbow, unless you've moved it. But he sees their crossbow and he starts moving backwards with Vinshenzo between him and you. And he doesn't go like super far. He just moves a few paces back to create some space. And
I follow him.
Okay.
Closing the distance, or keeping the distance, I should say.
Does anybody intend to make any actions between now and when the guards get here, which will be in like a minute? Roughly 10 turns of combat.
I'm kind of just following Nephis's moves here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Following the captain, Nephis says, "I've served under a few Tarvian officers, but none as stupid as you are."
Oh.
And he starts to get closer.
Okay. Fucking Jesus.
I mean, he's not wrong. This man attacked me when he just like jumps in front of him. Okay. Dumbass.
I did a front flip. Did Carlos see my sick front flip?
Yes.
I will point out that that I did actually like roll for this, and he like completely freaked out.
Yeah, but he's still a dumbass.
Oh yeah, no, he is totally a dumbass. This was not pre-planned. Did not expect this to happen,
This is
but we're going for it.
Had a bad day, and
Yeah. There's one whiny captain too far.
It's about to get worse.
Friends,
so how do we play this, Captain?
Stand down. I'll sort this out with the gentleman. You need not worry.
He doesn't seem to want to give you a word in edgewise, Vin.
I talk just to the captain at this point, if he'll let me. And
he's entirely focused on the more important sort of threat in front of him, which is like armed people getting pissed off.
My friends are a bit quick to.
Why is everyone Why is everyone getting angry at this police brutality? I don't understand.
Whoa. I mean, fair enough, but at the same time.
My friends are are very quick to action. Let them just try to calm them down. I silence.
At this point in time, the troops get up to the captain's position, and he's going to. There are 20 Tarvian soldiers.
Oh.
They're dressed in chainmail. They're wearing the blue sort of like storm coats or weather jackets that you would wear on a ship or in rough weather, signifying them as members of the naval legions.
Stormtroopers.
And they are carrying, basically. And they're carrying, I think I already said shields. They wear chainmail and they have spears. They have spears, javelins, and short swords. The spears themselves, if you know what a bill hook looks like, it looks similar to a bill hook where it has the sort of the fish hook at the end, so you can reach and like grab people and pull them, for instance, pull them off a boat or pull them off a pier. Anyway, and they also have the stabby pointy end. So these 20 guys are up in double file, and they're looking shifty, and the captain's looking shifty, and he says he commands to the NCO, and he says, "Quarantine this ship. No one is allowed overboard until we have a proper investigation of their origin." And the NCO snaps to attention, and the guys pretty much just block off the pier. And one of them kicks one of them tries to move past Nephis to essentially just take your gangplank away.
I do not allow him to pass.
Opportunity attack.
Yeah, you do have an opportunity to do something to him, or you just want to get in his way.
He's just a regular soldier, right?
He's just a guy, and you can tell that he's not exactly like, it's blatantly obvious. These Legion guys are a little bit nervous, and they're really uncomfortable right now. They look on edge, and not like angry on edge, but uncertain on edge.
I just position myself between him and the gangplank. I prevent him from proceeding towards the ship.
Yeah, these guys are just kids. They're just grunts. He will not oppose you. He will not try and push by you or anything. He's gonna exercise some caution. And he's gonna sort of look over at his captain, and the captain's gonna stare at him.
Like, well?
Yeah, exactly. And he is going to be... Yeah, he's fucking frightened, and he's gonna look at you, Nephis, after receiving a shitty stare from his captain, and he's gonna say, "Move aside, please."
You willing to face down somebody who has trudged head on into the vampire armies with just these who are on board?
I'm gonna get you to be intimidated. Roll another intimidation. I want to see how pissed off and scary you are.
That would be a
dude.
16.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No. Sorry. Wrong roll. It's 11.
Oh, dude.
That's a solid
I was thinking
roll.
about strength.
I mean, if he's a kid, that'd probably be enough, I guess.
I appreciate,
child.
Vin. That's a really nice map. Thank you.
If we're gonna duke it out, I guess we
might as fucking well for sure.
I googled Doc battle map.
Did not expect this to happen. I was not prepared.
Did not count on a sick front flip.
You really didn't.
I had a few other options available to me. Sorry, keep
I'm
going.
not sure how much it would come into play, but since I have a sailor background, I believe I have some. I'm not sure if it'd be infamy or some fame, I guess, as a sailor. And since this is the Tarvian military that I served under, I'm not sure if any of them would recognize me, but I'll let you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a look at the background because I am totally supportive of this. It's a good angle to play. No,
Just casually start murdering people we're fighting for.
We're on your side, you idiots.
you got in my way.
Pretty much. Don't get in the way of the heroes.
Nephis is salty right now, even at sea.
He tastes of the sea.
I taste of the sea.
Hell yeah. Oh, no.
Tastes good.
You know what? I'm going to history for my
Get the
dude
shit
here
out of
and see if they know you.
Oh, it came back.
It's gone forever now. Look what
History
you've
is
done.
intelligence. Okay.
Part of the crew, part of the king.
Yeah, he knows who you are. In fact, a lot of these soldiers know exactly who your entire group is. You guys, as you declare this in front of like the common grunt soldiers, they all believe you quite hesitantly, and they all back the fuck up.
Oh.
And you like the ordered ranks have sort of hesitated. They haven't broken, but they have hesitated. And now they're all looking at the captain to respond. And the captain shrieks. It's less of a yell and more of a shriek, and he kind of looks at his men. They have no proof. They could be lying. And one of the soldiers, Captain, they have a Dragonborn. They have a Drow. It's the vagabonds. And then the captain still, no.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is not how security works. My board will have order. And he like fucking bops Vinshenzo's head again with emphasis on order. Order, quack!
If you hit the drow one more time,
Vin crumples.
my actions will speak louder than my words.
Ooh.
Oh. Nephis
Hell yeah,
going
dude.
hard.
Do me one more. This is the last I will
Okay.
get. This is the climax of this situation. We'll
A 10.
10.
That's a solid roll.
That's even, Steven. That's just in the middle.
Yeah.
Between the bread and the butter.
Between the bread and the butter.
Is that like just a straight 10?
Yeah. Sorry, I have a 0 for charisma.
Ooh.
No,
Oh,
modifiers.
Jesus Christ. Now I have to. to make an educated decision. Yeah. Okay. So the soldiers.
Oh.
Cute.
Oh no.
I got caught up and carried away. Okay.
It really is sea shanty 2 now.
Sea shanty 2. This is actually. I didn't even need this anymore. Fuck. Who cares?
Oh,
We got
okay.
it. We got it. It's all right. All right. The
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah. The market.
Yeah, you'd be something like that, and then we have our. Who are you?
Get this shit out of here.
Vampire.
I hate this shit.
Anyways, so upon your saying that, the soldiers back away. They essentially isolate and abandon their captain. They back right off back to where the portmaster is. You know what? I actually will take 2 seconds to do this out. Worth it. Do this guy as the captain.
But he's Blake.
But sir, you're Blake. Oh.
Oh yeah, let me. Oh no, I forgot. Wait, I'll change it. Oh, oh no.
Oh. It's gone to plaid.
It's gone to plaid.
Gatreon.
Okay, whatever. These are the guys that matter, I guess. Dwarf traveler. Dwarf. That's this is the portmaster. Oh,
Unhands that man's.
this is the portmaster's aide.
Oh.
Actually name them.
Unhand me.
Where's the gangplank thing?
Bing, bing. I don't know. I can make the boat smaller if we need. It's okay.
I'm happy with the size of
Second
the boat. The gangplank is here.
Yes.
Oh, we could like do.
So that's the captain.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Fuck.
Okay, so here's what happens with everybody watching. He, upon you delivering your challenge, he pulls out. He sort of throws down Vinshenzo out of the way, but not off the dock. Vinshenzo, you are still shackled. And he
silent.
draws his short sword and turns to face Nephis, and he says, "A threat against an Imperial officer is a threat against the Emperor himself. Fool!"
Wow.
Nephis just stands glaring at him. Doesn't respond to him.
Okay.
Oh.
Chill. At this point in time, any member of the party can do anything. Your shipmates, the NPC shipmates are they're just staying right the fuck out of it. The soldiers on the dock are staying right the fuck out of it. These two the portmaster and the port aide are sort of keeping other people away, or keeping the place clean, and not clean but clear and safe, so that no one else barges into this debacle.
Damn.
We debacled it up, gentlemen.
Well, I think the captain debacled it up.
He debacled it up, gentlemen.
Khutula would like to ready a spell as a reaction.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, are we just gonna have a big like Mexican standoff staring competition, or Nephis, are you just holding your ground?
I would also like to ready a spell.
Okay.
Oh.
I will ready Shield of Faith targeting Nephis in the event that a battle actually ensues.
Isaac casts Trip Attack.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't have my bow equipped, but I could do that.
I know, it's become my favorite meme.
I throw him on the ground.
All right. Are you gonna engage this guy in a
Sorry,
duel?
my mic was muted. I have people pounding on my door.
It's okay.
Kind of like giving a grimace and looking back at the ship. Nephis looks towards the captain and says, "No, Captain, it was a threat against you. I've lost my patience traveling the world, and you're just another inconvenience at this point. So it's a threat against you."
Okay. Roll initiative.
Didn't we already do that?
No, this is.
Oh.
Roll
I
initiative
rolled
This is
again?
the two.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
For all who are expecting to be involved.
I'm involved. Oh.
All right, let's see here.
I guess it's good to get a nat 1 out of the way on initiative.
It means you're going to be next to us, but not. You're on the other side, looking in. I'll be right back. I'm going to go see what they're pounding on, but I hope somebody roll. Yeah, Kardoc did.
Oh, wow.
Shit, everyone's more than him. All right.
except me.
And Isaac.
Unfortunately, advantage did not save me this time.
19. Nephis.
Oops.
21, 27. Okay, so Carlos, you're going first. What is kicking this off is the guy moves to strike Nephis.
Guy moves to strike. So he's like has his sword out. And
I
he's,
the reason-
use my reaction to cast Shield of Faith. Yes, +2 AC for the next 10 minutes.
Once again, he's not actually attacking. He's like drawn his sword and he is made it obvious that we're all watching him, so there is no surprise. That's why we're all rolling initiative. So like, it is very obvious that there is going to be a combat. He's moving to attack, but he has not actually dropped the sword yet. Yeah, he hasn't had a chance to make his attack, but you see that he is intending to, which is why we're all
okay. But he is definitely going to swing a sword.
He's definitely caused us to enter combat with initiative.
Okay.
For the reasons of combat. Yeah, so the guy is going to attack you, Nephis, but because everyone's watching him, you all get to react before he does, essentially, because everyone but Vinshenzo and Isaac rolled higher than him.
Just to be clear, I wouldn't expect Nephis to wear his armor going onto this deck, so I'm gonna say that his armor class is 14.
Okay, well, luckily,
you
actually have +2 to your AC from Shield of Faith from Isaac.
Oh.
I think everybody said they took their armor off for the boat ride.
Not everyone.
Except me. Oh.
I didn't, because it's just
I
leather.
have my gear on now, but during travel I haven't been.
Yeah,
Okay.
Isaac declared that he stepped out on the deck in full gear.
Alright, so I'm gonna can't really tell where the fucking squares are. I don't think it matters too much because it's not very far. I'm gonna move over here, and then I'm gonna jump onto the dock. Right here.
Oh.
Okay.
And I have my crossbow out already. And so this guy, is he like mid-swing, or did he like pull his sword out, rearing back?
Okay, the best way I can describe this is he went from low ready to high ready with his sword. Same way if you would put your crossbow into the shoulder at a standoff, it would be very indicative.
Okay, so he basically has his weapon back, and he's like, he's prepped and ready.
He's been placed vertically in attack mode.
Vertically in attack mode. I love it. Okay.
Face up in attack mode.
It's gone from my sword is out because there's a dangerous situation to my sword is raised and someone.
All right. So yeah, I'm going to shoot at him, and just to be clear, I'm going to be going for like non-lethal areas if possible. I know that's kind of like not always.
You're going for non-lethal damage.
Yeah, like I'm going for like limbs or
Yep.
Pretty much. I'm not going for headshots. Just shoot him in the leg. Oh no, it's femoral artery. All right.
Put your rubber tips on. Put your rubber on.
Okay, so that is.
Even with the blunt arrows.
Smoke a blunt.
Blunt.
Oh.
So that's 13.
13 does not hit.
Oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Your care in trying to hit a non-lethal part of his body ended up just going straight through some of the loose chainmail.
Copy that.
So wait, did he hit me while I was gone?
No. He prepared. He was like getting ready to attack. Like I said,
like he raised the sword up.
Beat him in initiative. So
yeah,
they
because
go for
everybody was watching him. Everybody who rolled initiative, there is no surprise round. And
all right, so after my like fucking bolt like grazes his chainmail, I'm like, that's a warning shot. Try anything further, and you'll see what we're really up to.
Okay.
That's not the words I would use.
All right, I will allow you to roll intimidation, but I'm gonna start putting intimidation at a disadvantage for anybody who continues to be intimidating, just because we sort of passed the threshold already. But if you want to try and unpass it, that's totally allowed.
Yeah, I wasn't like trying to be intimidating. I was just trying to be like, this is. I was trying to play it off as intentional.
Okay, well, maybe a crossbow bolt going under this guy's armpit is enough to make him realize his mortality.
Right. Here we go then.
Disadvantage.
At disadvantage now?
Yes, sir. As I'd mentioned before, because we've crossed that threshold, and he's.
Okay.
It's going to take a little bit of extra convincing.
So that is 13, 17. 17.
Okay. Fucking A. Well done.
Is so fucked now.
Okay. He does not seem deterred.
Motherfucker.
Well, he hasn't acted yet, so you don't know if he's deterred or not, I guess I should say.
Uh,
Do you have any other things that you can do as part of your turn?
nothing that I choose to do.
Okay, that would make Nephis's turn up now.
I prepare a dodge and I end my turn.
Okay. Khutula.
I ready the spell telekinesis, and I end my turn as a. Well, hang on. Let me be more specific. I ready my spell telekinesis, and I cast it if he makes an aggressive move towards Nephis or any of our party.
Okay. He's going to make an aggressive move towards Nephis immediately after your turn is finished. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
Spoiler.
Well, in that case, I guess I might as well cast it.
I'm just letting you know that the
Whoa.
first thing he's going to do is make an attack. So if that's all you're doing for your turn, we can just go straight to it.
Yes, that's what I meant. I can just
Perfect.
get that stuff set up.
Okay, well, he's going to make his attack roll, which triggers your spell.
All right, so he has to pass
triggers whoever else has a thing based on him trying to swing at Nephis.
So he has to pass a strength check against my spell save DC 16.
Okay. He does not make it, and he also loses his sword.
Oh.
Because he rolled a 1 to attack. So, what does your spell do?
Oh.
You gain the ability to move or manipulate creatures or objects by thought. So I can move him up to 30 feet in any direction, including upward, but not beyond 60 feet. So I raise him 20 feet into the air.
Damn.
Okay.
And I can maintain this spell up to 10 minutes.
Do I go
That's
with him because he has me grappled?
He doesn't have you
down.
grappled. You're on the floor in chains.
Okay.
As soon as Nephis had chosen to make his defiant comments, he pushed you away and got ready to honorably duel the insolent captain.
That would have been awesome.
It's in his head how that was going to happen.
So until the end of my next turn, he is restrained in telekinetic grip.
Okay. In that case, Isaac, the asshole captain has just shot up 20 feet in the air.
And he dropped his sword.
That's funny.
Yeah, and he dropped his sword because he was shot up 20
That's
feet.
hilarious.
That's how I'm going to say that happened.
And Isaac just doesn't do anything. Passes his turn, maintaining concentration on the spell.
All right, Vin.
I guess I just sit up on the ground. And what was his weapon? A short sword?
Yeah, he had a short sword. It's a very nice short sword. It is on the dock, sort of right wherever he was on the ground, clattered to the ground when he got yeeted up into the air.
I guess I just sit up and pass my turn for now.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Thank you.
That's cool.
In which case, it's back to Carlos.
Me, Captain.
Sorry. What did Devon do? What did Nephis do on his turn?
Nephis prepared to dodge.
And then nothing happened.
And then nothing happened.
He went to attack me and just went up into the air.
Alright, so I'm gonna, since he's floating in the air, I'm gonna sling my crossbow and I'm gonna move over to... I'm gonna move over to Vin and I'm gonna take a look at the manacles or whatever's on them. Do they have like a... Take it they have like a keyhole.
What are you doing, Carlos?
I'm trying to help you. Just sit still.
I'm in these restraints because I choose to be in these restraints.
Hold and get out of them.
Okay.
But before you can do that. Yeah, can I just like pick the lock on the manacles?
Yes, you can.
Copy that. What do you want me to roll for that?
Sleight of hand.
I don't let Carlos do this.
Sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Okay. Well, it's time to see how good I am, I guess.
Picking a lock under adverse conditions, including the person in chains not wanting to get the lock picked.
Right. Okay, let's see. So that would be 16.
16 with a 4? Holy shit.
I have 12 sleight of hand.
Okay, somehow you're able to like get yourself into a position where you can focus on picking the lock despite Vinshenzo's thrashing.
I toss the manacles into the water.
Okay.
Oh, Carlos.
Shut up, Vin.
Nephis?
Giving a more relaxed grip on his sword, he looks up at the captain and says, "Well, looks like my friends have intervened." And he kind of just smiles.
He's upside down.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Got him.
Khutula. It's your turn now, I guess.
Well, I was expecting someone to like try to talk to him or something, but all right. It would be wise if you would submit
Calm the fuck
and
down.
let us speak with you and your superiors about this rather than taking such harsh measures against us. We are not your enemies.
He is the superior, Miss Khutula.
I'm sure there's others we can talk to. I doubt he's the superior if he acts like this.
You can roll persuasion.
All right. Let me switch this over.
I cast guidance.
I grab my nuts.
I don't know. No, actually, I can't do that because this is in combat.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think guidance is a bonus.
It's an action.
Oh, it's an action.
It's a 10. What the fuck is up with these mid rolls?
10 plus.
Even Steven.
No, it's 6 plus 4, so it's 10.
Okay, he's too busy screaming to really be paying attention.
Oh god.
He's up in the air.
Not screaming like in fear, he's just like
Rage.
Indignation.
yeah, he's like screaming about how this is like dishonorable and he's fucking
swirly.
he has relapsed into like an adult temper tantrum because he's floating uselessly in the air.
I fully
In the
middle of-
expected
in the
Khutula
middle
to
of
dunk
port.
him.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna use my ability. Shut up! You're not supposed to spoil it. I'm gonna use. Basically, the effect maintains until the end of my current turn, and then after that, he can do strength checks to try and break out. Just making sure that's clear. But
Sorry, could you say that one more time?
So telekinesis has effect until the end of my current turn, at which he can try to break free from it. But as long as I maintain concentration and he fails his strength saves or strength checks, he remains restrained.
Okay, and it's just still against a 16?
Yes. But before the end of my turn, I'm gonna move him over the water.
Okay.
Probably like about here. So he doesn't fucking smash into the dock in case he breaks out.
Okay. Well, is that the end of your turn where he can do his thing?
He's not gonna like that.
Okay, strength saving throw. He has to beat a 16.
Yes.
Okay, well, he beat a 16. He got a 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
So he just fucking splooshes into the drink. And it's exactly as you think it would look. He's just flailing in the air and all of a sudden...
Khutula shrugs.
Hang on a second.
Shouldn't have struggled.
Sploosh.
Okay, he sinks into the sea, or he splashes underwater, and he does not resurface.
Uh-oh. I wonder what kind of armor he was wearing.
Chainmail. He was wearing chainmail.
I didn't want to splat him on the fucking dock.
Well, you didn't.
It's not your fault.
I think someone should maybe
It's not your turn.
Save
Whose
him.
turn is it?
next?
Well, it's Cthulhu's turn. Her turn just ended, so it's the captain, and he's going to... After like a few seconds of sort of silence, everybody staring at the spot where he vanished into the water, he reappears like over here, sputtering and coughing.
Dumbass.
Oh, thank Timora.
Okay, given the fact that he has been very easily rendered not a threat, we're gonna move back to the free flowing of time.
I continue
Yeah, he's like
sitting on the
fucking
dock.
sputtering and struggling to
I'm gonna pull out some rope and ask him if he's cooled down yet.
I get it.
Guy's just gonna like turn and try and swim to the fucking dock, like over here to the troops. Oh.
Alright, I put away the rope. So much for being helpful.
I'm going to move past my friends.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, they completely allow you to pass.
and take my hand off my hilt and just walk towards where he's going to come up.
Okay, well he's eventually gonna. Well, he gets to there and he's gonna try and pull himself up and all that shit.
While he's doing that, Khutula's gonna walk up to the portmaster and give a slight bow and just be like, "I greatly apologize for all the trouble we are currently causing."
The portmaster bows back and he says, "Apologies as well. Please do not take this insolent man's actions as the attitude of our great city."
I produce from my suit jacket pocket my scroll of pedigree. And
okay.
While still sitting on the dock, I produce it to the portmaster, and I say,
he bends down and takes a look at it, like just kind of peers real close. He doesn't touch it though. He's like, yeah, he just kind of look close enough to see the wording.
This will quell any worries that the captain there has about our allegiances.
The portmaster nods his head and he agrees. Okay, yes. Oh, yes, you're Vinshenzo Cairona. Of course, yes. I see it now. It for sure. This makes sense.
I must apologize for my colleagues more.
And he sort of
brutal.
He tries to. You're still sitting on the floor. He offers you like a helping hand. Then he comes down and he like tries to help you up very very gently. Like, oh please, I'm so sorry that this has happened to you. Kind of. Do you accept his help up or?
I take his hand and step up and dust myself off. Ah yes.
And he turns around to each of you and he says, that must mean you are Carlos Santiago and Isaac Stormwind and Captain Nephis and heroes, all of you, please.
Yes.
And he turns to Nephis again. He says, please, I will pay for your docking fees myself as apology for this disrespect to you and your kin.
He doesn't recognize me.
Sorry, I was looking at all the 3D models and I couldn't see you because I was angled the wrong way. You're too thin.
You're tiny.
Damn. Khutula needs to put on some weight.
Yeah, I bet you like that.
She ain't 280. She ain't a lady.
Damn.
Oh.
I must apologize for my colleagues' more brutal approach, or barbaric approach to negotiating with the gentleman.
He was far from a gentleman.
You shot a crossbow at him.
Yeah.
He had it coming.
Nah. That was fucked up.
Fuck you.
What?
Fuck you.
I'm right. You shot first.
No. Yeah, I always shoot
Hit
first.
me, Then. Nephis grabs the captain
Carlos
by the
shot
scruff
first.
of his neck and pulls him onto the deck. And says, frightened children like you falter at sea. That's why you remain at docks.
Oh. He's too embarrassed and ashamed to really respond. And he makes as much of a as much effort as he can to like just sort of slip away.
Please stop looking at me.
Well, it's more like I just want to get out of here. I want to be. He's doing his best to like slither away like the little shitty snake he is.
You'll
Fucking
want
asshole.
to get that chainmail oiled. I wouldn't want it to rust.
Okay. With that fun over,
Yes.
yeah, so the portmaster Nephis insists that he more suggests this to you as like a really good idea, and more he's not going to do the same error and tell you what you have to do, but he's like, look, the Navy is setting sail for war. They do not want civilian ships moving because they're scared of getting like attacked by surprise in the port, which is why the Navy ships are grounded. I will we'll pay for your docking fees. We apologize for this terrible incident, but please remain at port for 3 days. We'll make every effort to make you comfortable for now, but we cannot control what the legions do, and if the legions continue to take offense to your actions, it's out of our hands at the Port Authority.
He looks towards the others and kind of thinks for a moment.
I suppose that is Captain Nephis's decision to make.
Well, if everyone is confined to port for 3 days, I bet people that are trying to ship things out will be pretty desperate by the end of that. We could get a pretty good deal with transporting some cargo, I think.
Kind of looking around, not making eye contact with anyone, Nephis says, "Fine," and wanders past and back onto the ship.
The captain's gonna slither away, and the troops are also gonna slither away.
Hell yeah.
So Nephis, you're no longer interested in selling fish, or you're just gonna do that like when you've proverbially calmed down?
He's gonna go back onto the ship to do that.
Okay.
But he kind of just disengages from her.
Yeah.
I'm clopping
Shit.
towards the fish. The gangplank, you see.
Isaac, are you still hanging out on the ship on standby?
Since we're going to be spending 3 days here, I would like to see if there is a magic item shop or like an artificer in this town.
Okay. Through asking around, you are aware that there are artificers in this town.
Oh.
Okay, well, then I'm going to go browsing.
A shopping trip.
Okay. You are going to go browsing artificer shops. Deadly cool. Carlos, you're still looking for cargo jobs. Khutula, do you still want fucking food?
Yes, she is actually going to speak with the portmaster real quick while he's still here and just be like, I could really use a damn good meal. Do you have any decent places you'd suggest within the city?
He tells you
Hardtack, you see.
that there is a beautiful inn called the Fevered Ivy.
Ooh.
And it is it's the place in town where all of anybody who's anybody when they're passing through Condisorum. That's where the nicer ship captains usually hang out. That's where the officers and the visiting nobility and the merchant elite. That's the place where they go to spend their days in Condisorum.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you. She's going to
as you thank him, he gives you like a good-natured wink. I say good-natured because he's not trying to be creepy, and he tells you that when you go to the Fevered Ivy, let the bartender know that Maximus Germanicus sent you with his compliments.
Oh.
She thanks him once more with a small bow and informs the rest of the party. And whether or not they do whatever they do, she's gonna go there.
What was his name? Maximus Germanus?
Maximus Germanicus. He is the port master of Contisorum.
Nephis will unload the cargo and meet up with Khutula after he does the selling. If he was told.
You're selling 4 tons, correct?
That's a lot of tons, yeah.
I told everyone.
Over my shoulder.
Just saying.
Okay, I trust you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Whoa.
That was a fucking rad tone.
That's my flip phone.
Ooh. You're so retro, Chris. That's awesome.
Thanks. I switched to a flip phone to help with my ADHD, and it actually works really well.
80 of them.
I got 80 of my HDs. So that's Khutula, that's Isaac, that's Nephis is selling 4 tons of fish. Carlos, you're doing cargo jobs. Vinshenzo, are you still interested in performing at a place? Also visiting a bard's college, potentially?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Drow gigolo. Sorry.
As this is a Tarvian city, there are 2 different amphitheaters. One is for sort of the masses, and another is for the upper class. It's a nicer amphitheater. It's actually on the edge of town. And there is also Contisorum has its own Colosseum, which is another public entertainment venue. And I'm not being silly. I do mean like it's also used for general entertainment stuff.
I get PTSD from seeing the Colosseum. I go to the nicer one.
The nicer amphitheater? Okay.
Yeah.
This amphitheater is almost like a theater and a park sort of rolled into one, with beautiful trees and lovely plants and such. The seating isn't actually pews as most or that tiered seating that most amphitheaters have. Instead, it's marble benches that people can sit at, and the marble benches are set into their own almost private boxes, if you will, where you can sit in a section with all of your cohorts and then be privy to, or not be privy to, the next section over, because there's a nice decorative tree or a sculpture or something that blocks that next section. So it's this beautiful, very rich, lavish amphitheater. This is during the day. During the day, there are a number of attendants that are sort of preparing the amphitheater and maintaining it and keeping it nice and clean and doing the gardening. As you enter into the area, one of the attendants politely comes up to you, recognizing your nice clothing and everything, and asks if they can be of any assistance.
Yes, I was hoping a simple bard such as myself could perhaps perform here.
The attendant politely informs you that tonight there is a special performance booked. However, tomorrow, in the evening, the amphitheater is free for public use.
Very well. I will return tomorrow.
The guy tries to like entice you as you're turning around, and he says it's a great play from a renowned Tarvian acting troupe. If you're interested, it's a beautiful performance. It's only 1 gold piece.
Ah. How soon does it commence?
It commences at the evening bell, which should just be after supper.
I will return then. Thank you, my good chap.
The attendant bows as you leave. You're also aware, just from your wandering around and speaking to people, that there is the bard. It's called the performance, the Collegio Performancia Contisorum, and that is the bard college here.
Also, is there a Temple of Timora?
Is there? That's a good question.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
Yes.
Oh.
It is in the Shrine District. So there are a few other temples to other, to other deities.
I go there.
Okay. Deadly. Nephis, I will figure out. We'll do fish real quick. We'll do fish and cargo jobs and stuff real quick before we move on to the Bard College, because I've never done a Bard College before, and it's exciting.
No, I go to the temple.
Oh, sorry, go to the temple. Okay, well, the temple.
Yes.
It's a temple to Timor. I'm still gonna move on to the fish though, just real quick. All right, Nephis.
Some fishy business.
Some fishy business.
Too many cooks.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cooks.
Yeah.
So who are you interested in selling to? Or you just want to offload this shit as quick as possible and make money? Let's not make it complicated, kind of thing.
Since we have 3 days,
yeah,
he's gonna spend his time to find the best price.
Fuck yeah.
Why are you still listening to that?
What? What am I listening to? You tell me. Is marking halfway through our 30 minutes of too many cooks?
Do you actually have it going for an entire hour loop?
It's not a loop, it's just... How many seconds is this? It's a few seconds.
Okay, but you have been keeping it looping this whole time.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's really good song. I'm really glad the Seeker showed me it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Alrighty. Awesome. So given the nature of this fishing town and the fact that you're spending a little bit of extra time doing your stuff, I'm not going to track your general business expenses because that's too much for even me. However,
I believe it was like 30-something gold for just the barrels alone.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
Oh,
1 US ton is 2,000 pounds, so 2,000 times... Oh no, that's 2004, so that's 8,000. 400 gold pieces in sales.
Copy that.
And that's for your entire 4 tons. And one of the bidders offers to help offload it. Like they'll bring carts right up to the pier for you. Just load it onto their wagons.
Copy that. Sure, yeah. Yes, the ship's this way.
Cool. Carlos, you're finding some cargo jobs, and you're taking 3 days worth of time to do it, or are you just gonna find one and quick and then get? No,
I'm gonna take my time, see who's the most desperate, see who'll pay the most money, etc.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to ask you this, and it's okay to answer however you want. Are you looking at, even though you were told purely above the board, are you looking for both above the board and below the board type of business, or are you only looking for legit shit?
For the right price.
For the right price, okay. But I need to know, are you looking?
I would look to see if there was a Thieves Guild presence. And if there was, those were the kind of jobs I'd be willing to take, but not any other below the board jobs. I'd have to get it from a quote unquote legitimate source.
Well, we know how great the Thieves Guild is at legitimacy.
All right.
Perfect. All right. Khutula, just for your awareness, every night that you stay at the Fevered Ivory is going to cost you 7 silver pieces. Normally, people have to pay 1 gold, 7 silver, but because you walk in, and I assume you mentioned the Portmaster's name.
Yes.
Yeah, you get a sweetheart deal.
Yeah.
Ah, my good friend Germanicus, says the bartender. Ah, any friend of his is a friend of mine.
How splendid.
How splendid.
Thank you kindly. I greatly appreciate his generosity and yours.
As for Carlos,
Me.
gonna roll me investigation. Investigation's not the right thing. I'm just gonna choose it because it's, I don't know, it's the most
Okay.
fun.
Sure.
It makes sense. You're going around, you're looking up stuff. That's how I see it.
15?
15. Good enough. Okay, so you find there is a spice merchant who's trying to get his stuff out of port, and he's desperate about it because there's, like, if he waits too long, or if it sits too long, some of his more expensive products are going to go off, which would mean massive loss in profits for him. So he's a little bit eager to get some of his wares off the docks. You also know of a livestock trading company, which they produce quality ox. They breed and ship out these working animals to plantations and farms that can afford their goods. They usually ship among the Tarvian continent by barge, but they're looking for pretty much anybody who can just deliver their cattle to the buyers.
Mm-hmm.
They have both livestock and then feed that they would need transporting as well.
Are those the only 2 right now, or?
There's also a Thieves Guild. There's not a Thieves Guild location that you have found. However, someone who was paying attention to the things that you're doing offers you a job in Thieves' Cant. And he doesn't tell you what the job is right away. He just offers you a job in Thieves' Cant if you're looking for some shipping work.
Oh. I tell him I would need to know more details in Thieves' Cant.
All right. He tells you that he is looking simply to move some equipment, some weapons from one place to another. And he tells you the place that he's looking to move things to is on the southern coast of Rojoran, the city of I think it's called Kuheja. Right here.
Oh, okay. A little out of the way. Where was this spice merchant wanting to send stuff?
The spice merchant is looking to have stuff sent to the kingdom of Asktia, the next port over, because it's just better for him to get stuff sent by boat there. And the livestock merchant is got a buyer who's actually here on this little island.
Outstanding. And for the weapons guy or whatever, I ask him if these goods are hot.
Oh.
He tells you not at the moment, and the sooner they leave, the less likely it is that they will be missed.
So they are hot.
All right, I tell him that I'll give it some consideration, and if I'm interested, I will find him.
He tells you one of the sailors' taverns that he's been staying at.
Copy that. All right. So, how much time has this taken to seek out these three different cargo routes?
With your high roll, and even though you're taking a longer time to do it, you got lucky and you found these guys within the first day. So you would have finished your collecting of all of this information sort of by just before supper, when you would naturally return at the end of the day to wherever you go.
Awesome. All right. I imagine Nephis would return to his boat at the end of the day. Did he say where he was going to return, or before he left the boat?
When speaking to Khutula, he would have told her that he'd meet her at the inn.
Outstanding. All right, yeah. So once Carlos is done with his investigation, he would. And do we have like a price point for how much they're offering for transporting all these different things?
So
or not yet?
Yeah. I don't know how fluent you would be in Tarvian business. I'm just gonna get you to roll me history for this.
Okay.
To give me a chance. Because you would know going into dealings how these things work.
Okay. 9.
Okay.
9. You don't really know how these things work.
Okay.
You've discussed these things, and you like go in and you hear about a guy who's looking for a job, or you've somehow interacted with these guys and got pointed in their direction. And when they talked about their interest, they never at any point told you, I'm willing to pay this amount of money for you to send my goods. They'll tell you, these are my goods and these are what they're worth, or this is how much I'm like selling them for, but they won't tell you how much they're willing to pay for your services. The Thieves Guild guy very obviously didn't speak in monies, but that's common among Thieves Guild, is you don't directly speak in monies until you're actually ready to accept the contract.
You help the cause because you're part of the cause.
More like you only talk details when you know the guy is committed and not gonna just turn tail and rat you out.
Great.
You ain't no narc.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I would I'd head to the inn and look for Nephis, and if he isn't there yet, I would wait for him.
Anyone that is in the inn, you receive a pouch full of 70 gold.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
And you are told it is your cut of the fishing expedition.
Fuck yeah. Isaac. Quickly going shopping for artificer's stuff, or browsing the artificer's workshops. The way artificers work in Tarvia, given the highly skilled nature of their professions, is normally they do things on commission.
Oh.
Or if they have commissions that have been unfulfilled, they will sell those off at essentially like an auction style bid because of how funky their things are.
Isaac commissions his furry OC.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Exciting.
Oh yeah. You would think so.
All right. Is there any such auction going on right now?
Yes, there will be an auction in the morning. From one of the 4 artificers' workshops.
I wonder what.
And I will attend that. Assuming it is open to everyone.
Yeah, it's open for all those who come. You are told, though, when this information is shared to you, that these auctions do not accept banknotes. They accept only immediate currencies.
Oh.
No IOUs, no like barter, nothing like that. You have to have.
I got like 600 gold on me.
Yeah, I'm aware that you carry 600 gold around in a pocket, but it's just a standard thing that is mentioned. Like, hey, we only accept coin.
Nah.
That's gotta weigh you down. I'm not.
Given this information, I track down the others.
Well. So you will end up well, and I think you would have been around when Khutula mentioned that she's going to this inn. So you're aware that is the meeting spot. That is Carlos, who's cool. That is Nephis, who's cool. That is Khutula, that is cool. Vinshenzo, you are still interested in the Temple of Tymora.
Yes.
I'm interested in you being interested in the Temple of Tymora.
The goddess of good fortune, or the deity of good fortune. The
Yes.
smiling lady.
The smiling lady. So, oddly enough, the Temple of Tymora has been, even though it's not a very big temple, it's actually conveniently been placed in a very great position where you can see the effigy of the smiling lady herself from pretty much most places in a shrine district.
Hell yeah.
Given the fact that it's, again, almost as though her good fortune is smiled upon the temple itself.
And rightfully so.
And rightfully so, for sure. There are when you enter into the premises of the temple itself, it's sort of what's the name of those sort of garden, not pagodas, not pergolas, the fucking gazebo style structure. Thank you very much. Sort of very, very big gazebo, but it's not a walled structure. It is a very nice, big, open structure with marble pillars. Inside the center of this shrine is a flowing fountain. Out of the fountain are you can see gold coins and copper coins and things like that have been tossed in to celebrate good fortune and all that kind of thing. And there is a smiling priest wearing the robes of her church, priestess, sorry, and wearing the robes of her church, who smiles and greets you as you enter into this gazebo.
I smile at her, but I go to the fountain.
Okay.
I go to the fountain.
It's a fountain.
Okay.
It's really nice. You notice that all of the coins in the fountain are face up.
That's based. That reassures me of my faith. I say a quick prayer of thanks to Tymora. I say, it is largely on you that I believe I still draw breath to this day. And I take out my gold coin purse. and I drop all my gold coins into the fountain.
All right, roll me.
All 1,453.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Carlos would be freaking out right now.
Just roll me perception real quick for Vinshenzo.
Okay. I roll perception. I hope I don't get robbed. I believe that's +6.
Carlos runs into the temple and tackles.
What are you doing?
So 22.
All right, you notice that every single one of your 1,430 coins, upon drifting to the bottom of the spot in the fountain where you chose to dump them, all land face up. And as the water settles, you swear you see the reflection of a unicorn. But there is no thing around you that would be able to cast that reflection in the water. But you're pretty sure you saw one.
Vin smiles to himself.
Unicorn.
Upon like hearing the amount of noise that would be made in dropping 1,000 coins into a fountain, the priestess like hurries over and she's, "My, such a generous donation to our great lady luck. This is something I have never seen in all my years of worship."
Yes. Well, I was wed under the smiling lady, and after all these years, I've never paid tribute to her. I figured it was about time.
Well, a copper to the lady returns tenfold in gold. May her luck smile upon you, good sir.
And unto
says
you.
Says the priestess, and she moves forward to like give you a blessing.
Oh. I allow it. Kiss
Yes,
me.
and upon the
Kiss me.
Kiss me. And then upon finishing her blessing, she sort of leaves you alone politely. She carries on with her duties.
1,400 gold, she better.
1,453 gold pieces. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I sit by the fountain for a while.
Okay. Are you just gonna sort of hang there for the rest of the day, or what's your intent after you're finished hanging out of the shrine?
I wait there until it is... Oh, I guess I can't get into the play anymore. Oh well. I guess
no.
No, you said it was like 2 or 4 GP to get in. I think it was 4 GP.
It's a gold piece. The tickets are a gold piece.
Okay.
Or the entry is 1 gold piece, I should say.
I'll wait until the show starts, and then I'll wait until it's like to get to the show on time, and then I'll leave to go to the show.
All right. So
Carlos, can you spare a singular?
At the chiming of the bells of the evening bells, at this exact point that the attendant had explained to you, you're aware that it is now time to go visit this amphitheater to see the show. At the same time, the rest of the party convenes with one another at the tavern for the evening.
And all who are present in the tavern right now has gold. 70.
Yippee!
Yay.
Yeah.
Chula has a very splendid meal.
You had a splendid meal of.
Oh.
Before we eat all of it, though, Nephis does want to buy a particularly large, but not too large. They're kind of like a party-sized keg of ale.
Approximately large.
Okay.
Approximately large, but not too large.
Keg of ale.
Yeah, like one of those smaller ones. They look like barrels, but they're tiny.
Oh.
Oh, that's what those are. Ah.
Like the little cute barrels.
Yeah. Pony keg is now what they're called?
Maybe.
I think that's
Look it up.
something else.
I don't know what weird shit you look up online.
Okay, alright. Okay.
I can't read. I don't know what you read in the library.
Can't read.
Keg, also known as a cares. Not a barrel.
A tankard?
Not a tankard, not a singular one, but one where we could like pour like at our table, so we wouldn't have to ask constantly for refills and shit.
Yeah.
That's
It's
awesome.
A jug?
It's gonna cost you 2 gold pieces.
Oh.
I produce 2 gold pieces.
Gold
A
pieces.
carafe.
This is a really nice fruit ale.
Oh.
Whoa.
It's called the Rose and Etten Ale, and it's a nice robust fruit ale with a sweet finish. The most popular one in the tavern. It's what everybody recommends.
Ooh.
It has no effect on me because I'm fruity enough.
Oh,
Oh.
ba-boom.
Okay.
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 Cool. Do any of you guys care about the other patrons and anything, or are you guys just gonna keep to yourselves?
When Khutula first arrived, she would have kind of like just scoped out who was there, but didn't really interact with anyone aside from the bartender.
No, it's just the same type of people that the portmaster described.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to make sure that no one was gonna.
Yeah, she was mostly concerned with getting there and running into that captain she had so wonderfully ashamed.
Oh yeah, he's not here. He's not at this inn. He's
Hung himself.
maybe, who knows? He's sure shit not at this inn. You guys haven't seen him since.
Oh, hell yeah.
By the way, what was my meal? You started to describe it.
You had a braised veal with mashed potatoes, steamed greens, a roast chicken salad, and some cream of broccoli soup.
Oh, what a feed.
That actually sounds really fucking good.
It is offered with a house Shiraz, which is a nice dry wine that they vintage in the tavern itself.
Khutula's gonna act up.
It is known as the Ivy Shiraz.
You're gonna make me do something I'm gonna regret.
Show off your Suncaster.
That sounds splendid. The meal, not showing off Suncaster.
It misfires.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
And how much does that cost me?
Nothing. Friend of Germanicus is a friend of the tavern.
Oh my god.
Oh,
What am I gonna do with all this fucking money if everyone keeps buying me shit?
Everyone else in the party who mentions that they're a friend of
problem to
Germanicus eats free.
Khutula, could you lend me $20 to buy a vape? Also, my phone needs charging. Can you charge my phone?
Yes.
I cast Shocking Touch on Vin's phone.
Hell yeah.
Ah.
Anyway, you come in, you see Khutula just fucking going to town on some food.
Ow.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, cool. Vinshenzo, the play that you go to watch is a classic Viranumen, which is the province just south of, or just to the west of Eva. It's a classic tragedy written by a famous Tarvian playwright who hailed from that region. It is all about the son of a magistrate who goes off into a forest on a hog hunt and finds himself inexplicably in the Feywild. And it's his tragic adventures, and he meets gods and goddesses, and there's a lot of there's pretty much everybody dies. It's Shakespearean-esque, except it's totally an original Tarvian masterpiece and not
plagiarism.
Definitely not.
How
Macbeth.
many people are performing in the play? Sorry.
There are 7 main actors, and there are a host of other supporting actors, and the play is also marvelously integrated with some magical sort of special effects and other things that happen during the show to make it very interesting eye candy, I guess.
I quite like this play.
When they go to the Feywild, there is actually like mist that creeps off of the amphitheater stage, and you can hear the sound of exotic birds chirping and all that kind of stuff as he's wandering through these actual living like little woods and stuff like that. You see the illusions. It's not just a painted backdrop. They actually create an illusory scene.
Vin guffaws. Oh!
The production quality.
I quite like this play.
It lasts until well after dark. Actual time is about like 4 hours, including your intermission, like your intermissions between the first the first act intermission and the second act intermission, and then by the time you get out of there, it's like it's black. Not that you really matters to you because you're a drow, but for everyone else, they like leave the amphitheater escorted by, Manuel and his
The
torturer's lantern or
lamplighters.
whatever, yeah. Or the carriages or the palanquins or just your own 2 damn feet.
I applaud the play and leave.
Okay.
I go for the tavern, the inn, the fevered ivy.
The fevered ivy. Well, you get there well after dark, so for the rest of the party, it's like 10 o'clock. You guys got together at like 6-ish. 5:36 is when you guys sat down and started eating food, started sharing a keg, so you can decide as to your state of being at 4 hours into your 4 and a bit hours into just chilling out.
Greetings, friends.
Vin, where have you wandered off to?
I saw the most magnificent play.
Good. I was starting to worry that captain gave you hassle.
There's nothing he can do to me that would hurt me.
Well, at any rate, here, have a tankard, and he pushes his tankard of ale into your hands.
Oh.
And grabs a new one.
Were you drinking off this, Captain Nephis?
Pouring himself a new one and drinking out of the new one. he grunts. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's very sweet.
No, well,
it's quite fine.
Vin rubs a handkerchief around the rim and takes a sip. Well, I quite care for wine more than ale, but this is quite nice, actually.
They served some wine with the meal we had. Have you eaten?
I have not.
Tell the keeper his name.
The creeper.
The creeper.
The harbor master.
The harbor master. Dramaticus McFaticus.
What am I telling the harbor master, Mr. Captain Nephis?
No, the barkeeper, the waitress. That's what he's trying to get at. He's saying, tell the waitress.
Barkeep.
The barkeep.
Have you had a few too many, Captain Nephis?
What he's trying to say is tell the barkeep that you know the harbor master and you're friends with him.
Oh.
Maximilius Dramaticus.
Oh, come on, Carlos. It was just getting good.
Yes, I believe I'm friends with Maximilius Dramaticus. As my friend so put so lightly.
Yeah, so you get the same treatment.
Oh. I wasn't expecting
There's
that.
wine.
Yeah, in fact, Germanicus is like at the bar.
Yeah.
He comes in at some point in time through the night, and as you go up and you like mention that, the barkeep looks over at him and he like nods and gives you a smile and a wave.
Yes, if only
then
there
goes
were
back to
more
his
gentlemen like you that could sort things out properly with manners and discourse. I say to him.
Anyway.
To which one? The portmaster?
The portmaster.
He apologizes once again for how you showed up here, and he buys you a whatever that you're drinking.
Splendid.
I'll have a wine.
You get the same Shiraz that Khutula got.
Ah, yes, perfect.
Oh, Nephis, before the day is done, would you like to hear of the potential cargo jobs we could take?
Oh, God.
You find any?
I found 3, actually.
Go on.
The first one is transportation of a variety of spices. I believe it was to... Give me a second here so I can look at the map.
Get on with it, Carlos.
Wasn't it like, yeah.
I'm sorry.
The kingdom of Astia, so it's quite along our route. He was pretty desperate to get those spices moving. Apparently he's worried about them going bad. So we could probably get a pretty good deal out of that one.
Wouldn't that mean we would have to run the blockade, though, if we were going that direction?
No. He's well aware that we wouldn't be able to leave until the blockade is over.
Oh, very well.
But that's why he's desperate. Because he knows that those 3 days will put him behind.
All right, let's hear the other 2.
The next one is a livestock owner. He's wanting to transport some apparently very renowned oxes to the island just north of Astia. Right on the tip. It would be maybe how much would that be? Like maybe a day out of the way?
Oh, I don't think so. I think that's
A day out of the path, not a day from where we are.
Yeah, a day out of the way of the path. Like it would basically add like a day or two onto our journey.
I think that'd be more than a day.
Carlos can roll survival to figure out vegan.
Okay.
Determine that, and anybody else who wants to look at a map and think about that can.
I don't have a map.
Oh shit, I don't have a map either. I gave that away.
So that is unnatural 20.
4 days.
Oh.
2 days across the channel, 2 days back.
Take us about 4 days onto our trip, up and down. So not too bad, depending on what he's
a point of order. That is 4 days of travel time. That does not include however much time spent in port.
Right.
Yes.
Obviously. And the last one is this will probably be the one that will take us out the most of the way, so I'm hesitant to offer it. But it's weapons, equipment, armor that needs to get to the southeast of the Kingdom of Rojoran. Like I said, that would take us the furthest out of the way. It would probably take us at least a couple weeks, maybe more.
Oh.
The first one sounds the most desirable.
Yeah.
Transporting livestock is.
Yes, I was hesitant to even bring up the livestock one because I mean, lots of things can go wrong. They can get sick, they can die. Then where's our profit?
Aye.
Cause a commotion, take down the ship, maybe.
What do they pay, Mr. Carlos?
Unfortunately, they weren't willing to negotiate price yet. I think they were wanting to get some kind of confirmation first. That's why I wanted to bring it to Mr. Nephis so he could decide.
I don't know what kind of clientele you deal with, but that makes me uneasy.
Oh, I can assure you that this spice merchant is on the up and up. He is you can trust that one.
And we can't trust the others?
He is the best offering, so I think we should just go with him.
Yes, I quite like the first option. We'll meet him tomorrow and speak business.
Sounds like a plan then.
Yes. I will accompany you, Captain Nephis.
Sorry, you have chosen to see the spice merchant?
Yes.
Tomorrow, yeah.
On the morrow next.
Since we're dinking and a little improper.
I've only had 2 drinks.
I've had a lot.
Okay.
Yes.
Throws up on Vin, who throws up on me.
Oh,
throws up
my.
on Carlos.
No uncanny dodge.
Chain vomiting.
Khutula scoots away from the table out of reach.
Oh, no. Oh, am I crashing?
Are you?
Uh-oh.
I'm okay.
Amazing.
I'm
It's
sorry.
alright, guys. He's okay.
I'm okay.
He's okay. He's normal now.
All right. So you guys want to go hang out with the spice merchant and see if you can get his stuff and how much he's willing to part with for that. All right. And the rest of the time, you're just gonna sort of wait for being allowed to leave.
Oh.
Okay, does anybody have any other things that they wish to do?
When are we seeing the spice merchant?
As far as I understand, you're going to him tomorrow, correct?
Early in the morning? Late at night?
Yeah, desirably earlier in the morning. Kind of find them like a 9. Let's just say 9 a.m. That's not too early.
Okay, I'll go with them at 9.
All right. Nobody has anything they want to do on this day?
I'm attending the auction.
I mean, like, between now and when you fall asleep and enter into the next day.
Yeah.
Nope. No.
I buy a. I
No.
buy. Buy a room at the inn.
Buy a room at the end.
There's party drinking going on. Isaac joins in. Otherwise, he's just gonna take it easy.
Totally.
7 gold.
He's probably gonna sleep.
No. 7 silver. It is 7 silver pieces.
Oh, do I get my gold now?
Yes.
Yes, you would have gotten your gold.
I don't know that. Oh, okay. That works out pretty well. I didn't know I'd come into more gold.
Nephis, given your ship's captaincy, for the NPCs, do you allow them to take shore leave, or do you want them to stay on the ship forever? Not in a mean, nasty way, but like.
I tell them I want them to watch the ship.
You want them to stay aboard, though you don't want them to be running around town.
I would have told them, hey, stay aboard the ship because I don't want anyone coming onto the ship, especially that captain.
I'll watch the ship if you want, Captain Nephis.
No, you deserve a room. It's been quite some time at the sea. Or we've spent quite some time out at sea. Ah!
Yes.
Yes.
But it wouldn't mean anything for me to watch the ship.
If you like. I wouldn't mind.
I'll watch the ship.
I'll be staying at the ship during the nights while we're here anyway, so I can also keep an eye out.
I'll watch the ship.
Does that mean the nearly drowned sailors can enjoy a night on the city?
Yes.
Hey, that's up to Nephis.
To the captain.
Yes.
I tell them too, but you guys can. I don't know. What do you guys tell them?
I don't tell them anything.
As of this moment, their orders from the captain are stay on the boat and watch shit.
I don't trust them.
Yeah.
Okay, so the crew and Nephis are just going to hang out on the deadly
Laughs.
Okay, so just give me 2 seconds to figure out how much
I'll spend
this
4
job is
hours on watch in the crow's nest.
Okay. And the other members of the crew just take their turns whenever their turns are due.
I'll sleep in the crow's nest too. Meditate.
Jesus.
Why?
Finn goes around the ship.
Not that, sorry, I'm
taking
looking
all
at
the
something else.
blankets and furs to make a little nest.
The Vinshenzo nest. I play lullabies on my lute from the crow's nest while I'm on watch.
Okay. All right, so it's the next day. You guys all get up at the time you desire. So the auction for Isaac happens roughly an hour after when you guys said you wanted to meet the spice merchant as early as possible. So by the time the shop's open, it's like an hour later is when the auction happens. If that makes sense. So you can, if you choose, go right to the spice merchant if you want to be involved, or just go to the auction and wait an hour. And it's just a reference for timetable. Anyways, yeah.
Sorry, was that directed towards us or?
I let Isaac know what the timing of his auction was, and then I also mentioned what the timing is for the spice merchant. But you guys all wake up and you're all capable of going to your tasks because the spice merchant is the first one to open.
Yeah, no. Nephis gets up and looks for Carlos. Tells him that I'm going to go collect Vin from the ship, and we can head off to the spice merchant.
Carlos will go with.
Nephis has Down syndrome now. Hell yeah.
Okay, so the spice merchant, whose name is Gaius.
Darius.
Gaius Darius. No. His name is. Thank you. Gaius Penula. Not that his name overly matters, but yeah, he's Gaius. That's his first name. Hey, I'm Gaius, and he and his staff are opening up his shop. When you guys come in, y'all come sauntering in, and he looks up and sees Carlos. I assume Carlos is going to be part of the party entering the store.
Yes.
And he nods and says, "Well, have you come back to accept my my job offer?"
I let Nephis do the talking.
Okay.
Oh, what a rude bitch.
Oh, fine. Jesus.
Nephis steps forward and says, "Yes, I'm the captain. My friend here told me about your situation and needing supplies forwarded to
place."
He told me that. The things that I know.
True, he did tell you the things that you know.
Oh, Nephis.
I can't see the name of either of these fucking towns, but yeah, it's like to up here and ask you
to the red dot on the map, you know.
To the mission marker.
Oh.
Wait, is it here or is it here?
I think it's the second one.
Well, it is now.
Because there appears to be a port there, but we didn't
there is a port
actually put that out on the map.
There is definitely a port there.
Or is it more inland?
It's not more. Well, I mean, it is more inland, but he wants it delivered to a port, and I'm gonna say it's this port.
Oh.
The misery. So yeah, I tell him, yeah, we're interested.
Okay, so he tells you that. Well, yeah, he asks you how much. He tells you he has 2 tons worth of cargo, and he asks how much you charge for hauling cargo on your ship.
Oh. Could you tell me what's like the average of it? I don't know. Devon doesn't know.
Devon doesn't know. Okay, so
Nephis knows.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm sort of giving you the opportunity to haggle, but this is some pretty delicate, nice stuff. It's expensive shit. So you could charge him a handsome amount. Usually, if you look at the something that if you want to base your mileage on, ship's passage for services is 1 silver piece per mile. So if you base that on shipping, you know, if you travel like, can't remember how many fucking miles in a day your ship can travel, but you know, multiply that by 2 miles a day,
Wait,
only travels
is it 2 miles an hour?
miles.
It was 2 miles an hour.
We're at to go back a long time.
So
48 miles in a
48.
day, 1 silver piece per mile, so that's 48 times 0.1. So that means based on the standard rate of travel, you would be charging 4.8 gold per day of travel.
I'm sorry, like half the shit you said.
So like
Went
5
one
gold.
ear, not the other.
5 gold per ton per day of travel.
Okay.
That's a general. I'm saying that's the general baseline.
And then, of course, Nephis would be aware of what Carlos told him, that he was very desperate to get these supplies moving as soon as the blockade or whatever is finished. So that would probably put the ball in our court.
Good.
So since we're like negotiating and doing that, I guess we're like sitting somewhere and we're like kind of discussing.
You
this.
are standing in his shop, and he has greeted you and asked if you want to accept his job.
I smell the spices.
and offering what you've charged. They're very nice. The spices are very nice. He has in the store, he has ginger and cinnamon and pepper and cloves and saffron and garlic
saffron.
and all these.
Feel this man.
Yeah, he's got some saffron.
Oh, Carlos, can't you smell?
That just hurt me so much.
He doesn't just have cooking spices. He also has aromatic spices such as like lavender and I don't know other fucking shit like that, which smells pretty like tobacco. But like smelling tobacco, essentially tobacco that you just go, tobacco.
Oh,
Okay.
Mr. Nephis, could you buy me some?
Oh.
I'm gonna go insane.
But upon the fact that you're like ready to enter into negotiations, he invites you into like a little sitting parlor later behind the storefront. You can sit in some couches and you get like rose tea, nice things.
Oh my god, stop.
I'm gonna go insane.
Are you okay?
No.
Has my coughing been too loud or something?
No, it's fucking Seeker's doing this shit.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Fuck. Yeah, no, I take him. I go back with them, and I feel like this is gonna take me personally a while to fucking figure out like a number. So
I have a number in my head that this guy wants to pay. I have that part down.
Okay.
Again,
I just
like
got
if you're
worried
thinking about 5 gold per ton per day of travel, and you have, we'll call it with this guy.
I'm being given very loose numbers about travel time.
I know.
What we're capable. Okay.
I know. I'm
Wouldn't
aware.
it be simpler just to have fuckface roll a fucking persuasion and that determines the whatever?
I don't know. I'm trying to on the spot this stuff as I go.
Okay, I trust.
So I know it's a little bit loose. I understand that, but I'm like literally making this shipping system up on the fucking spot here. Okay, I'm trying. I'm sorry. It's taking a second, but I'm writing it down so that it's consistent forever in the future. So, anyways, I'm going to say that the 10 days of travel takes you to the port where this guy wants it dropped off. He has 2 tons of cargo, so if you want a reasonable baseline, that's 10 gold a day for 10 days.
Oh, maybe we could do 2 jobs at once. How much cargo space do we have?
4 tons. He's asking you to transport 2.
Okay, so
Take your time. Okay.
what do you mean take your time? Have you already figured out the outcome? Do you know how much? How about you just tell me? You fucking know, because I'm being told fucking days. I would like to play it. you're fucking doing it by the mile, rather by the day, because I don't know fucking how many days, and also, you know, there
10.
could be delays in the days. I know there's 10 days, but I want to do mileage because that's what fucking matters.
Okay,
Because I don't. You shouldn't have to pay more if we get fucking delayed.
480 miles.
Okay.
Oh.
2
So
silver
480
pieces per
miles.
mile.
Okay. Then that's what I would charge.
Sorry, 1 silver piece per mile. 480 miles, 1 silver piece per mile. There you go.
And then it's 10 silver or gold, so 48 gold.
What?
Sorry.
I was told 1 silver piece per mile.
Yeah.
That is 48 gold.
Yeah, maybe I fucked up my calculations. That's totally cool.
Times 2, because it's 2 tons. So it would be 96.
What?
So that's per. Okay. Cool. That's per ton now. We're all trying to do fucking.
Chill gave you the
elementary
correct
fucking
numbers.
math.
Chill gave you the
Okay.
correct numbers. 96 gold.
That seems
I
rather
tell him-
low, Captain Nephis.
We could probably pick up some more barrels and make some.
We
You
could
know.
make more money fishing.
Aye.
Aye.
I tell him to
Go
double your
fuck-
price. 200 gold.
200 gold, he accepts.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
That's how much he was willing to pay in the first place. So when you like offer the magic number, he pretty much like he jumps up and takes your hand. And he says, "Absolutely, a deal." And then a clerk comes in and gets you to sign a piece of paper, entering into the shipping contract with him.
All right.
Vin looks
And then-
disappointed.
What?
Does Nephis say that?
No.
Vin looks
Devis.
disappointed.
Deppis says it. Okay, I sign the paper and seal the contract. We can move on to somebody else. 200 gold.
All right, Isaac, you're at an auction.
I take one last sniff of the spices.
They smell spicy.
Oh.
Nephis
Um,
in some spices.
Jesus. Okay. What kind of spices do you want to buy?
I'm joking.
How many pounds of it do you want to buy?
No, we
How
just
much
escaped.
How much? Can
Here
you
we go.
spend?
Anyways, we're gonna go to Isaac's auction because he's been patiently waiting for this the whole time. So you arrive at the auction. The artificer's workshops, quote unquote, essentially, they're not your regular tinkering shops or blacksmiths workshops. These are big, like industrial warehouse sized, essentially like factory lab workshop, all these kinds of things rolled into one big ass fucking building compound. The simple fact that there are 4 of them in this town alone means this place is doing quite well. The inside of this place this compound is split into 3 main buildings. There's a building from the main gate, because it is a gated off area. From the main gate, you have a large building on the left, which is the actual workshop of the artificer and his apprentices. On the right is the I don't know, R&D department, effectively, where they actually like from scratch figure out how to build things and all that kind of stuff. That's the more specialized work. And then in the very far back, which is where the auction is being held,
is where they store all of the projects that they work on. Generally, Tarvian artificers, the goal for them is go big or go home. So the stuff that they produce is either really fucking huge or really expensively complicated. When I say huge, I mean like big compared to a pocket watch. As most tinkerers do swords and, you know, shields and armor and such like that, and handheld objects, these guys deal with like machinery and other crazy stuff like that. That's not to say that they don't deal in items and equipment. It's just a lot of these guys are these artificers are the ones that are producing more intricate, complicated, and expensive equipment for like industrial enterprises, military units, that kind of stuff, as well as scientific instruments for wizards and alchemists and all these other kind of people. So if you give me a general category of things that you're looking at, that would be really helpful.
Well, I mean, originally more like personal equipment, but honestly, I'm just kind of looking for anything that's cool.
Okay, cool things that you do find in this, and I'm going to go from the things that I think that are most relevant to Isaac to the things that I think are least relevant to Isaac. So there are siege weapons, including either defunct or depreciated or otherwise just sort of not in the best condition cannons that you would normally see on Tarvian Imperial Navy ships.
Ooh.
Or siege, or again, like siege pieces that you would find as part of a sapper regiment.
Something you could mount on the ship.
Or drive in a cart, or pull by a horse, or set up and tear down. Like, we're talking about things as big as trebuchets, but also things as small as ballistas, including things like ballistas and trebuchets. Like they do have those. The artificers in Tarvia fall under like that engineering side of things too. They have carts. There are specialized carts for different things. So there are carts that have essentially, because I'm running out of time and I don't want to spend too much on each subject, essentially like a modular HEMT or logistical truck where it has, like, instead of just having a general cart, it has an actual built-in like mini workshop for like processing and milling lumber for groups doing like wood cutting and stuff like that, so they can just do their shit more efficiently or be out for longer, blah 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 blah. So they've like specialized logistical and industrial equipment for pulling behind horses or mounting on carts or wagons, or industrial machinery that you would put in like your sawmill, stuff like that. On the personal side of things, not only is there safety stuff, but they also have a lot of I'm going to call them mundane inventions for personal equipment, and that means things like having crossbows that are self-loading, so that you don't have to pull back the crossbow fucking string thing every single time. Instead, it's more like I don't want to say a bolt action rifle, but effectively it's a bolt action crossbow.
Oh.
Yeah. You also have protective things such as light reactive, essentially like safety vest. We have light reactive clothing, so that if ever you're like lost or stuck in the dark and someone's looking for you, it'll upon being in contact with light, it will itself glow. And then you also have like just knickknacks and gadgets such as that at the smaller end of the scale. but there are also like big mining machines, small mining machines. There's a whole bunch of weird, crazy stuff. Some of it has magical properties to it. Some of it does not.
Oh, from what you described, I'm gonna want to look at the like the siege weaponry, see if there's any more like advanced weaponry we could possibly mount on the boat.
Oh, there is
Like,
definitely more advanced weaponry you can
like
mount on the boat.
self-loading ballista or cannons or something like that, and then try and get an estimate of what that would cost.
Yeah. So one of the apprentices who's sort of keeping an eye on the that side of things notices your interest, and upon you sort of describing what you're looking for mounting equipment on a ship, the guy tells you that they have some pretty interesting pieces that they've been prototyping for the Tarvian Naval Legion here in the city, but the projects proved too expensive, so they have 2 or 3 pieces of more advanced weaponry. One or two of them include essentially like larger scale spell casting apparatuses. So instead, one of them is essentially, instead of having a ballista that fires crossbow bolts, it is a magic missile apparatus. So it fires a more powerful version of magic missile.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it's not something that is required to be used by spellcasters. However, it is something that is required to be maintained by somebody who has spellcasting foundation. Generally with Tarvia, it's wizards that maintain their wizards and artificers themselves that maintain this type of equipment.
Oh. We do have a sorcerer, so
yes. There is also the guy sort of. The next thing he really shows you that he thinks would be useful for you is it's not meant to be put on ships, but he says it would function quite well, and it's effectively a bridge spanning device. And what it's meant to do is it's meant to fire chains across rivers or gullies or moats, anything like that you need to get to the other side. It fires chains that then essentially like harpoons, they go dig into the ground, and then you can throw a bridge, like you can pull a bridge after it and create yourself either a board. And he tells you like, hey, you don't need the bridge attachment. All it does is it just essentially like fires a hooked chain at something, and then you're now attached to it.
Yeah, you could alter that to just be a fucking harpoon and lock into another ship or something like that,
or lock into the ground, or whatever,
or onto a giant fucking dragon turtle.
Yeah, or you could absolutely harpoon a dragon turtle. And then upon sort of describing these two things, he tells you that the missile apparatus is 1,000 gold per instrument, and he tells you that the bridge spanning harpoon is 500 gold pieces per instrument. There are 2 missile apparati, and there are 4 different harpoon devices that are in this shed.
That's a little out of my current price range, but assuming they're still around, I'm gonna go speak to my captain and maybe see about purchasing those magic missile ballista thing.
He sort of gives you a big thumbs up and says, "Absolutely, we're here all day."
All right, and with that, I would go to find Nephis and fill him in on this, what I'd found.
Upon meeting Nephis, he is just relaxing on the ship after just making. Sorry for being so distant. I got.
Oh no.
Was interested in various magic items and stuff, and I would fill you in on the two types of armament that I found that might be of interest to us.
Yeah, the ballistas we have on the ship, they're efficient enough. Besides, once I use the ship with my tribe, we're not going to be able to use it.
Oh.
Fair enough. I mean, the bigger harpoon thing would be useful for catching bigger fish.
Oh, there's a harpoon?
Yeah, there was that bridge launching one as well that could be used to just fire a big ass harpoon. You don't have to fire the bridge thing.
The harpoon is useful. I don't have a use for the bridge aspect, but if you can procure that, how much are they asking?
500 per gold, that is.
Nephis asks you to take him to it.
I take him to the auction.
All right, you head on back to the
Interested
auction.
to buying, and I'm kind of basing this off of Elite Dangerous. I have like 2 hard points where I can mount shit, right?
Yeah.
I would like to buy 2 harpoons.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, that's a total of 1,000 gold, and the guy offers that his workshop can come and install them, basically come and crane them onto your ship for you, so you don't have to worry about the logistics.
Yes, and with the 2 ballistas, you said we can move them around, right? So could we like push them like back on the deck? Cool.
Just be aware of the adjusted firing arcs, and we'll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the time because the boat is becoming about as cool as I know it's becoming a really cool part of the campaign. So I'd like to take a little bit more time and figure out how to better represent it to become more
The wide Titanic.
Yeah, not this thick RuneScape original resolution boat. Anyways, it's not a guarantee, but I'm going to try and look into it. So yes, you can keep your 2 ballistas. You've bought 2 of these bridge-spanning harpoon, quote-unquote, and they will be delivered and installed.
Nephis
yes.
prefaces that he doesn't want like the bridge aspect, and he just kind of wants them as harpoons. So if they can make that happen.
The guy recognizes that, and he tells you that the essentially what the bridge was something that you would attach to, like it was a separate thing that you had to attach, so it doesn't actually interfere with the mechanics of these devices.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
So it's like a, here you go. All you're doing is using the first half of it. The second half isn't integrated.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah. I'm trying to think of other cool boat-related things that a giant commercial artificer shop would have.
Nephis isn't gonna buy anything else. You just drop fucking 1,000.
Yeah, I know. I'm stuck in that.
But for chill, I guess.
Anyways,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
While we're there, I'm gonna ask the dude what kind of prices and the time it would take to have something modified, because I'm interested in having my gauntlets modified into gloves of swimming and climbing.
I would be very interested in continuing that line of questioning with you in that direct chat. And it also gives me opportunity, seeing as it is like 9:56. It means that I can do a little bit better with this whole artificer shit. Because it's a unique opportunity to make some funky cool things. So if you just let me know what it is, like write it down for me, that way I can just look at it again and I'll tell you how much it'll cost when I can actually look at it and go, yeah, cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna call it here in terms of story progression for the session, but I am interested because you technically have one more day at this place. If it's just gonna be sort of, I don't want to say wasting your last day, but if you guys have no like particular want to go and do anything,
I perform
foreground.
At the amphitheater.
Cool. Okay, you'll make your daily wage times 2 because it's rich.
Oh.
And I'll put that down.
Doubles it and pass it to the next crew member.
In Contisor. So Vin plays in theater. Isaac, you're interested in auction. Carlos, do you have anything you actually want to do in the city still, or are you pretty satisfied with your experience here?
I'm pretty good, I think.
Okay. Khutula, same question.
I am all set.
Nephis?
I'm good. That was what my joke meant. I'm good.
Deadly.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so the next session in that case, Chill, you and I will take care of Isaac's auction stuff in the background. That way that'll be that extra day. Vin, apply your gold now for your 2 times.
I just did.
Daily wage, so that's good. So we will start the next session. We will start on you guys actually leaving the port. Now, Xane, if I remember correctly, the next 2 weeks you were spending moving, correct?
Yeah.
I will be able to attend next Monday. But yeah, after that I'm going to be moving for a while.
17th, 24th, if I remember correctly, are the 2 ones you're missing?
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Okay. Cool. 10th. Fuck yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to attend the next Monday. I probably will be able to. I'll keep you informed.
Okay. Cool. You've accepted Spice Merchant.
My dad's getting married.
Nice.
Remarried.
Oh.
Seeing as you only used half of your cargo for the spice job, do you guys want to take on another one of the jobs or no? Just leave the extra 2 tons of cargo hold space?
They didn't sound desirable to the Nephis. He decided against them.
Okay.
Livestock problematic, weapons way out of the way. So yeah, that's...
Okay.
Unless you can find something else.
I will leave you guys with this piece of scuttlebutt that you would have received from your sailor crew.
Oh.
And this is where we will end. So they tell you that they were, or the next time Nephis sees his crewmen, they tell you that they've been hearing rumors, troubling rumors from around the dockyard that the Rojorani king was assassinated by a satanic cult.
Oh.
Oh.
Satanic?
Fuck
satanic
faces.
/ like dark cult, an evil and dark cult, and so they're
That's where we're going.
now again these are like the sailors are just telling you like, hey, there have been rumors from crews of the other ships that they're saying this.
It might
A
not be
sailor
true.
never lies.
Luca tells you that he thinks it's idle sea gossip, like sailor gossip, but
It might not be true.
one of the other men, Jesus, thinks that he seems pretty spooked.
Perhaps the forces of evil are expanding.
Perhaps. Anyways, that's your cool little tidbit.
Well, good that we didn't delay heading off to deal with this mess.
Perhaps Carlos could become king of Rojoran. Rhododomaron.
Amazing.